What if you could record not just what your team says, but how they actually think? Today, we are diving into a totally new kind of AI, one that aims to capture the real structure of our ideas, going way beyond just words on a page. We have all been there. You just wrapped up an amazing, high-energy brainstorm. Ideas were flying, you were sketching out workflows, circling the big concepts, and then the AI meeting summary hits your inbox, and somebody on the team says that exact line. All of that visual energy, all that incredible context, poof, gone. It is a huge problem, right? Those aha moments, the ones you capture with a quick diagram or a big arrow connecting two totally different ideas, that's where the real gold is. But they're always the first thing to get lost when we use an AI that only has ears, not eyes. Okay, so let's break this down. Where exactly does this disconnect happen? Why do our current AI tools, which are, incredibly powerful, so often miss the entire point of a great collaboration session? This slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, that's what traditional AI gives you, a cold, straight line of text. But on the right, well, that's how we actually think. It's visual, it's spatial, it's about connections and what we emphasize. Our brains don't work in a straight line. They're more like a messy, beautiful web. And that web is where all the real insight is hiding. So if the problem is that AI basically sees the world in black and white, then the solution is kind of obvious, right? We have to teach it to think in full color, to embrace all the visual and emotional texture of how we come up with ideas. And this is the piece of hardware that makes it all possible. This is the iDma pad. It's built from the ground up to be the bridge between our messy, free-flowing human thoughts and the clean, organized digital world. It's not just about what you write, it's about how and where you write it. And this really gets to the core philosophy of the whole thing. Our ideas aren't just sterile data points. They've got weight, they've got emotion. We naturally use color and shapes to show what's urgent, what's a priority, or what's just a sudden spark of inspiration. That's the real color of our thinking. So think about it like this. These visual cues, they're actually data. A red box isn't just a box, it's a warning flare that says, hey, look at this risk. A green line you draw isn't just a line, it's the birth of a brand new idea. The arrows, the circles, they show relationships and importance in a way that a boring text summary just completely misses. Okay, so how does it actually do it? How does iDma take that colorful, chaotic page and turn it into a smart, structured document? Let's pop the hood and take a look. The secret sauce here is something called multimodal AI. Now, that sounds complicated, but all it really means is that the AI isn't just reading the letters. It's seeing the entire page, the text, the doodles, the colors, even the empty space. And it's understanding how all those pieces work together to create meaning. The whole process breaks down into 4 really clear steps. First, capture. Everything you write or draw gets digitized instantly. Second, analyze. The AI looks at the whole page to figure out the structure of what you were thinking. Third, and this is the really clever part, extract. It finds the most important visual thought snippets. And finally, combine. It smartly pairs those little drawings and diagrams with a clean AI-generated text summary. So what do you get at the end of all this? Well, the final output is something totally new. It's not just a transcript, and it's not a picture of your notes. They call it an insight report. And wow, this just shows the transformation perfectly. On the left, you've got the beautiful, creative chaos of a real brainstorm. It's powerful, but it's messy. And on the right, that's the iDma report. All the key visual ideas are pulled out, they're organized, and they're sitting right next to a clear summary. You literally get the best of both worlds, that irreplaceable human creativity and hyper-efficient AI. They actually have a name for this, a graphic text report. It's this new kind of hybrid document that holds on to the most valuable parts of our thought process, that visual context, and embeds it right inside a structured, super easy-to-read report. This quote just nails it. You don't just get the final conclusion. You get what they call the color proof, that original, hand-drawn little snippet that proves how you got to that conclusion. It's like having a direct, verifiable link back to that exact moment of insight. So this is all really cool, but where would you actually use it? Well, the applications go way, way beyond your typical company meeting. Let's run through a few real-world examples. Okay, picture a product design team. They're all huddled around the iDma pad, they're sketching out user flows, they're circling customer pain points, and they're drawing new interface ideas. With this, every single one of those sketches is captured and automatically linked to the notes, creating this perfect, traceable history of how the product evolved. And the potential here is just massive. Think about it. In education, a teacher could finally see the exact step where a student's math problem went off the rails. Imagine auditors creating a visual evidence chain that's basically unbreakable. In R&D, complex engineering diagrams never get separated from their explanations again. And for doctors or lawyers, those crucial handwritten notes become a permanent embedded part of the official record. It all really comes down to this one simple but incredibly powerful idea. For decades, AI has been recording our words. This new AI, it records our thinking. And that leaves us with a really important question. What brilliant ideas have we been losing all this time? And what will we finally be able to build now that we can save them?